Welcome to Test Room, your go-to hub for professional knowledge sharing. In this video, we will understand the basics of Selenium. We are going to cover what is Selenium, key features of Selenium, history of Selenium, and the key components of Selenium. Selenium is an open source tool designed for automating the web application. It is one of the famous tool that is being used for automating the web application. It enables the developers and testers to write the test scripts in various programming languages. It supports varieties of programming languages like Java, C Sharp, Python, Ruby, PHP, etc., allowing testing on different web browsers and different platforms. It also supports testing on different browsers like Edge, Chrome, Firefox, and also it works on different platforms like Windows, Linux, and Mac. Selenium provides the tools and libraries that facilitate the interaction with web elements. So it provides a set of libraries to interact with the web elements such as buttons, forms, links, enabling the automated navigation and validation of web application behavior. These are some of the key features of Selenium. Selenium is an open source and widely used. Selenium is a free to use and it has become one of the most popular tools for web application automation. It is one of the most popular tool in the market and it has got very huge consumer base. Second one, it supports multiple browsers. It works with multiple browsers such as Chrome, Firefox, Internet Explorer, Edge, Safari, and Opera. It works both in head and headless mode. It also supports multiple languages, offers a kind libraries in various programming languages such as Java, C Sharp, Python, Ruby, JavaScript, PHP, Kotlin to name a few. So you can write your script using these programming languages. It supports a multi operating system. It runs on Windows, Mac OS, and Linux. Makes it the scripts that you write can be reusable on multiple platforms. It supports a parallel execution. The component of Selenium by name Selenium Grid allows the test to run simultaneously across multiple browsers, multiple environments on a multiple machines. The integration with testing framework. It provides It provides a support to integrate with popular testing frameworks like JUnit, TestNG, NUnit, and PyTest to name a few. It has got a very large community support. It is supported by a large community with extensive tutorial, documentation, libraries, and plugins. Its cool record and playback feature. The Selenium IDE offers a record and playback feature to capture the browser interaction to generate the test scripts. If you want to do a kind of proof of concept quickly, you can use this record and playback feature. It also handles dynamic content, can handle the dynamic content such as Ajax and JavaScript heavy sites, making it suitable for testing the modern and interactive and responsive web applications. Bit of history on Selenium. Selenium was introduced in the year 2004. It was created by Jason Huggins at ThoughtWorks. He created a Selenium core, which was a Java-based tool for automating the web application, but it used to work within the web browser itself. In 2005, Paul introduced something called Selenium RC. Selenium RC stands for Selenium Remote Control, which allowed writing scripts to test the web application using the multiple languages. But it was acting as an mediator because it needed a server in between to communicate between your test and the actual browsers. In 2006, they introduced something called as an IDE. It was an Firefox plugin to record, edit, and play back the test, popular among the testers for a quick and code-free test creation. In 2008, Selenium was merged with Google. Selenium merges with Google's WebDriver project leads to the development of Selenium 2 with the WebDriver as an core API. Officially, in 2009, they released WebDriver created by Simon at ThoughtWorks, which bypasses the JavaScript restriction by directly communicating with the browser. Up to now, they were using Selenium RC as an interface which needed an intermediate server to communicate with the real browser. Now they moved that restriction, and now your scripts can directly communicate with the end browsers. Eventually becomes the industry standard for web automation. In 2011, officially Selenium 2 got released, officially replaces Selenium RC with the WebDriver as a primary tool. Till that point in time, Selenium RC was used as a tool for web automation, which got replaced with WebDriver by the release of Selenium 2. And they also introduced Selenium Grid for parallel test execution across the multiple browser. In 2013, they adapted the W3C standard. The WebDriver adapted W3C standard for communication, paves the way for better browser compatibility and stability. That is when they standardized the protocol for communication between your client and the real web browsers. In 2016, they released Selenium 3, official release on October 13, and it deprecated Selenium RC. From that point in time, Selenium RC was deprecated and WebDriver replaced completely the Selenium RC. So, and establishes WebDriver as an core API. In 2018, they bought a modernized version of Selenium IDE. Selenium IDE is relaunched with multiple browser support. Till then, they were only supporting the Firefox. Now they extended the support to the Chrome browser as well via the web extension. Adds the new features like cross-browser execution and parallel testing. In 2021, they officially released Selenium 4 with full W3 WebDriver. Till now, till now, Selenium 3 was basically using JSON wire protocol for communication between the real browser and your client libraries. But in Selenium 4, which was replaced with W3C WebDrivers, okay, and improved developer tools integration with the new Selenium Grid UI and added features like relative locators and Chrome DevTools protocol support. So there is an enhancement with respect to the standards as well as the grid, and the extra features like relative locators were added in Selenium 4. This is basically the how the Selenium evolved from 2004 to 2021. Now we are in 2024 actually. Selenium has completed its 20 anniversary, 20 years of existence. Still it is treated as number one tool for web application automation. The core components of Selenium, they are Selenium IDE, Selenium Remote Control, Selenium WebDriver, and Selenium Grid. As I told, Selenium IDE is a browser extension. It started with all Firefox extension. Now it is also extended to the Chrome as well, that provides a simple interface for recording, editing, replaying the test. It is ideal for beginners and quick prototyping, but it lacks advanced features for complex testing. If you want to do a proof of concept, you can do with a Selenium IDE with record and playback features. Selenium Remote Control allows for automation of web application by controlling the browser remotely using the programming language. So it had a support for multiple programming language, um, but only thing about remote control is it requires a server to execute the command. It doesn't directly communicate with the real browsers. Okay, the communication between your script and the real browser happens via the server. So it required a server to execute the commands and eventually replaced by the WebDrivers for a better performance. Due to an intermediate server, it was slowing down the operations, and that is when the WebDriver was introduced. Selenium WebDriver, which is a very core component of Selenium for automating the browser by providing more direct and efficient interface with the browser. The communication between your client and the real browser happens directly. Unlike Selenium RC, it does not require a server, offering the faster and more reliable test execution. All the communication happens here over as per the W3C protocol, and in Selenium 3 it was a JSON wire protocol, and everything happens via the REST APIs. Selenium Grid basically supports a distributed execution. Selenium Grid allows the parallel execution of a test on the different machines, different browsers, reducing the time required for test execution. It helps distribute the test cases across different environment for cross-browser and cross-platform testing. Basically, it reduces the execution time. That brings to the end of this video. In this video, we explored what is Selenium, why it is so famous, what are the key features of Selenium. We also touched upon the history of Selenium and its key components. I hope you enjoyed learning with me. In case if you find this video, please support me by subscribing to my channel. Thank you for watching.